through this project for me. It's a little bit on the tricky side. I've got this Excel spreadsheet. Our goal is to kind of fill out as many records as we can here. And what I want to do is on the bottom of the spreadsheet, I have another tab and it's got some location names on it. And so if we take a look at, say, Midland, and then what I want you to do is I want you to come into a Google search, and I'm just going to get rid of these ones here, and put in vacuum trucks, and then what we'll do is just put in the location, Midland, Texas, and let's go ahead and hit enter. And then some of them are going to have at the beginning sponsor, just kind of come past that. And really, we're just focused in on getting the oil and gas or the truck companies information. So I'm going to come back to my tab companies, and so what we're really looking for is, like it says, EV oil field services, oil field trucking services, truck services. So it gives you a pretty good indication. And then it starts to kind of fall apart a little bit. We get Department of Transportation, Dun and Bradstreet, Indeed's a job company, MapQuest. When we start seeing that stuff, we're not too, we don't want to click on any of those links. Pretty much has to say, they're going to say they're like an oil and gas service company. Here's another example, oil field services, oil field service company. And then the odd one, when you get down the list a little bit, it might say LinkedIn and not have a website, and then it will say Apex Energy Services. We might as well go ahead and take a look at those ones too, because they're going to, ultimately, when we look at our spreadsheet, wanting to get the LinkedIn ID and or LinkedIn company page, and because we're going to go back and we're going to collect some intel from these companies. When I went in here, we'll look at the EV oil field services. So I can click on that, and then a couple things that we're going to try do here is so EV oil field services. We just happen to click on the their vacuum page, but we know it's EV oil field services. I went and I did a Google search on them, and I couldn't find, or sorry, a LinkedIn search, and I couldn't find their company on that side of it. So, but let's go ahead and add it. So we would add in the company name EV oil field services, put in their website, leave that in blank. Well, let's take a look at the contact us, and then when we look at the contact us, if they have their address, let's go ahead and put that in there. And then we see here's their website. We can go ahead and we can try and do a search, or their email, try and do a search here. We can say Control V, email format, and just take a look here, and then see if it comes up with any recommendations here on what their EV. So here it's saying, John Smith at EV Oilfield Services. Let's just go ahead and collect that, and then we would put that in there as their email. So our goal is to fill this out. So we go through each one of these. So we, the next one I would say, okay, here's Menatone. And, when we looked at Midland, there's probably only going to be 4 or 5 companies that we end up putting up there. So here we're going to go vacuum trucks, Midland, Texas. And then I'm just going to change that and go to the next location, Menatone. And then so when we come down here again, we're kind of really just looking for pretty declarative Lone Star West Hydrovac Truck Services. So that would be one. Fuel delivery. It wouldn't hurt to put that in there, but if it shows up, because they probably have that. Then when I look at the rest, built by, come down here, it starts to fall apart pretty quick on company names. So it's okay when we do a search on some of these towns, there might only be one, and only pick the ones where it's a company, and they're not trying to sell vac trucks, they're not trying to rent vac trucks, they provide a vac truck service, and then go ahead and enter their record in there. Enter as many as you can. If we get 10 or 15, that'd be good, especially if they have LinkedIn pages and they've got some LinkedIn people. Because after we get this, we'll go back and we'll grab their profiles, company profiles, and do some other things with them. But yeah, if we can go ahead and do that, that would be great.